Mic check. All right, so I just started the live here. I haven't shared this out yet, so I'm going to do that, get some music started, and yeah, kick this off. Basically, I've got large order, 130, I think it's 132 towels that I've got to add grommets to, and figured I'd just go live and do a little hangout, press those, and if anybody wants to join in, comment, whatever, it'll just help me stay focused on getting them done rather than yeah, doing some little squirrel visits, if you will, to social media and other stuff that just gets me distracted. So anyhow, I'm gonna kick this off. I'm gonna get this let's do music first. Hopefully that's okay volume wise. Let me actually turn, it looks like I should turn that down just a touch. And I'm not seeing the live or the chat yet, so I'll check on that in a minute, but I'm gonna try to get this shared out, and then I'll actually change scenes here and actually get started. So give me just a minute while I finish getting stuff set up, and yeah, kick it off and get to work. Seeing an error message at the moment, so I'm trying to check that out. Okay, looks like everything's good here. We're probably too many screens there. Save this. Sorry, get the music there when it paused that it was not going to continue going. But all right, sharing this out to my Book of Faces channel. Page rather. And I'm gonna go over there and yeah, I'll be back in just a moment. Hold on 1 minute, just finishing getting set up. trying to pull up the live so I can see chat. Just in case anybody drops in. Alright, I think we're good. I want to go check my audio real quick and just double check that my mic is on. Alright, looks like we're good. Got this set up here, and yeah. Alright, I'm behind. Alright, look like I'm good there. Holy smokes. Ran out of cord. So, not doing anything crazy. Literally just figured I'd go live to hang out. Nothing specific as far as trying to teach or do anything, but more just to hang out Friday evening. And yeah, got all these towels to press. And I know historically, if I don't do something like this, what will end up happening is I'll sit here and press a few towels, and then I'll get a message, and I'll browse the book of faces for a minute. I'll pull up TikTok, I'll watch some videos, I'll watch some reels here on some shorts here on YouTube, all the different things, and just get distracted, and it'll take me forever to do these towels. So by doing this, I know that I'll be able to be a little more focused and getting this done, because I may or may not have an audience watching, and it's just going to keep me on task and off of that phone over there. So if you hop in, feel free to say hi, have a conversation, and yeah, let me actually put that in the chat just so I don't have to keep repeating it. All right, got that in there. And let's press away. just noticed it doesn't sound like the music is coming through the stream. I can't tell, so I'm gonna go check on that real quick, and I'll be right back.
That girl is a runner. She was born to get away. Hear that two-tone humming, headed out to the highway. I should have seen it coming through the years left in the dust. But after all the lessons learned, it would end the both of us. There's a first for everything, like a hand holding mine. Now I'm left here with the pain from her I love you goodbye. And though it hurts to watch my whole world become the woman she would be, the thing that I forgot would set her free. I taught her how to leave. In the summer, man, it feels like yesterday, when she was looking out that window on the bus to second grade. The first step she'd ever take, the first cut from a heartbreak. Been through it all, but now it's time to go our separate ways. There's a first for everything, like her hand holding mine. Now I'm left here with the pain from her I love you goodbye. And though it hurts to watch my whole world become the woman she would be, the thing that I forgot would set her free. I taught her how to leave. There's a first for everything, like her hand holding mine. Now I'm left here with the pain from her I love you goodbye. And though it hurts to watch my baby girl become the woman she would be, the thing that I forgot would set her free. I taught her how to leave.
I think that should have my mic back on.
You know I'm working. You know I'm Miss Missy, Erica, Incense and Prince, product, joy, magic and muscle. That McCoy with the hustle. We've been working. Circle, smallest pink earrings. My people play position, puzzle pieces complete the vision. Yeah, we've been working. don't know if I can find my way out. I'm stuck in a prison of doubt. In this torsion, and everything is growing up tight. There's no room to breathe. And nobody is watching at night. The water rising. Need a friend to shake me out again. Need a friend to shake me out again. I don't know if I can find my way out. In this torsion, and everything is growing up tight. There's no room to breathe. Fall into the ocean. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching the end. The water is rising over me. The water is rising. It's coming. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching the end. The water is rising over me. The water is rising. I'm reaching. It's coming. I'm reaching. Water is rising over me. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching. Water is rising. It's coming in. Water is rising over me. I'm reaching out, I'm reaching. It's coming in.
sort of comments or anything on the live here, so I'm just have the live stream itself pulled up on phone. So if I see any comments, I'll try to respond. But I'm just going to get back to pressing towels for now.
Sun is falling, speed in the black. Nobody driving, we're in the back. To the end of the world. Tides will rise, tides will fall with the gravity of you. To the end of the world.
Hey Ron, how are you doing this evening? Some comment there. Maybe you're still here.
Fortune teller, Degen her hand.
This little group here will get me through.
Volcano
It's 18 towels here. I've got 100, I think it's 32 on the press.
the gravity of you. Tides will rise, tides will fall. It'll always be true.
bag, I was noticing it had the adhesive itself just seems to tear some of these, so I'm trying to be somewhat careful and not rip them too terribly so I can get towels back in there. No, this is for order, so I don't put them in there just for stock at all. I always do grommets like to order, and this was a specific order for, I need to check the invoice over there eventually, but I think it's 132 towels. So I only do these on demand. Great question though, thank you for asking. Dawn, if you're still here, can you comment on the background music volume versus my volume? And just let me know if one or the other needs to be adjusted, I guess, is the best way to put it. Because obviously, I mean, I'm trying to listen somewhat on my talk. Okay, so basically I just put the music volume down. Thank you. Adjusted it earlier. Thought that the music volume was too low, but apparently I need to dial it back a bit. I dialed that back quite a bit, so hopefully we'll see how that is. Now you can hear me now because it just song ended. Alright, so hopefully this is better. And if I need to make another adjustment, I can do that as well. But thank you for commenting, letting me know. So one of the things that's fun with this, obviously, if you pay attention, I always go in and do the markings over there on the towels, and I could probably do them without that, but I'm just a little OCD about placement. I want to make sure that they're placed pretty much in the same spot on every single towel.
We can
funny because I have the volume on my phone. It's maybe a quarter of the way up, and I can hear myself echo through it, but it's a little bit delayed, so it's try to have it turned down, but just enough that I can hear it, so I know that I'm not muted or that music's playing and that sort of thing. So since this isn't so much of a straight up instructional type video, if you will, it's less important to necessarily hear me all the time because I'm not truly teaching anything. And so I gotta try to have the music on to fill some of the dead air when I'm just pressing away. Thank you for checking on that. I appreciate you. Now at 24 towels done and I'm looking at the order and it is 132, so I've got a long way to go. I don't know if I'll get through all these tonight. But like I said, I figured I'd hop on and just hang out.
There's so many people who say that they won't when they will. I could use some motivation, but I know how I feel. Faster than you like, it's over and that's the end. Faster than you like, it's over and that's the end. It's over and that's the end. I want to find my way to you, yeah, baby. I want to find my way to you. Gotta find my way, baby. I don't need a reason to say what I want when it's real. If I see you acting patient, you never know your last meal. Faster than you like, it's over and that's the end.
Guess just now thinking about it, I guess once I finally do figure out the ideal audio settings here, I should probably make some notes on that. Because I feel like the last 3 or 4 times that I've done lives, I've kind of just messed with it during the live. Adjusted it for each one, really kind of documented that, and then I go in and for different purposes we'll change different settings obviously, and yeah, it's not easy to get them exactly back where they were before. Failure to document on my part. Don, how's the weather where you're at? It's obviously getting warm here. I don't know how the actual seasonal calendar, if you will, is when the actual summer begins, but it's starting to feel like summer. We're supposed to get high chance of rain for the next 4 days, I think it is. Pretty much through Monday or Tuesday, I believe. It's like at least 80% chance every day. It's like 80 to 90 tomorrow. Six inches of snow on Wednesday, that's so crazy. Crazy for me to think about snow at this point. Like, we've been having 80-ish, 80 plus degree days for a while now. Just over 80, not high 80s, but say low to mid 80s. Like 65 and 74 sounds beautiful. Those are the temperatures I long for here, and we don't get too many of them. Obviously, we don't get the cold like you guys do, but I feel like we get, I don't know, 8 to 12 weeks maybe of cold for us weather, and then we get 4 weeks of like the beautiful spring like you're talking about, 65, 75, and then it jumps to like 80, 85, and it's just, you know, hot the rest of the year. So I try to make sure I savor and enjoy those prime temp days for sure. It's the first measurable snow now. Oh wow, that's crazy. Who say that they won't when they will. I could use some motivation, but I know how I feel. I'd really like in the next, I don't know, 2 or 3 years to take the kids out that way and let them see some good West Coast fluffy powdery snow. They've only ever seen snow once, I think. Actually, Daniel may have seen it another time with you in Tennessee, but the girls, our twin girls, have only seen snow once, and it was actually here. Last January, we got about 6 inches of snow, and that was the first time it had snowed here, and I think it was like well over 20 years. I don't try to do math in public to figure it out, but definitely been a long time. But they had never seen it prior to last year.
If I see you acting patient, you never know your last minute. Faster than you like, sober and that's the end. Faster than you like, sober and that's the end. Sober and that's the end.
So part of me of doing this kind of live work stuff is just bringing back and missing some of the Zoomy days, the Zoomy Friday nights and whatnot, but I hadn't completely thought about trying to start some of those up, but we're just trying to hang out and do some work, have some conversations. It's at least a little more fun when I get to talk to somebody as opposed to just being here by myself. Resting away at these monotonous chore.
Stacking miles, I'm far away from home. I got what I wish for. Taking that risk, I'm checking my list. Marathon man, it's run legit. Can't let it slip when it's all in my grip. Talking too much, he probably not it. All that I did, calls I missed, time I spent. Yeah, that's that blood, sweat in my love. Checking that tug, out of the mud. Rough only get picked up like a truck. Win in the clutch, that is a must. Wake up, get to it, ain't nothing about it. The only way to it is to it, no way around it. Before we cruising like the Caribbean.
Yeah, I think it was like the 20, I'm just guessing at this point, 2013 to 16 maybe? Somewhere in there. I had 3 or 4 winter trips for my day job where I got to go to Colorado Springs for some conference stuff. And basically took some additional leave and did some snowboarding actually. Those were some fun trips. Plus you got the weekend, usually it was right around President's Day, so we get the extra Monday as well. So usually we kind of have a Friday afternoon drive over to a mountain, get all equipment stuff, rented tickets and all, and then go see, we try to ski or snowboard Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Sharing that paper like ripping a page. I'm gonna be the last one to remain. Walk with the nearest, I'm spitting that flame. Yeah, see, so the Friday conversation there, I mean, do you think that, I mean, I know it's just us, so it's kind of hard to say for sure, but like if I try to start some of those up, do you think I'd be able to get some people to join back in? At least 3, 4, 5, 6 of us type thing. I just did 10 in a row, I just did 10 in a row, I just did 10, gotta go, stack it up till it can't fold, I just did 10 in a row, I just did 10 in a row, I just did 10, gotta go. But I tell you what, I'm here regardless. Like, I'm doing something pretty much every night, just about. Seems like glue in those bags. Wish they would use a slightly less tacky adhesive on that.
Is this love in there? Just
Away from Denver, yeah. I tell you what, the Denver airport itself, I mean, obviously you're familiar with it, but that's one of the most unique airports I think I've ever seen with the whole, like, canopy. It looks like, I swear, every time I see it, I think of circus tent.
when you were down, when you were down, when you were down, I made you.
Obviously, it's significantly bigger than a circus tent, but that's what it reminds me of.
Just a bad memory. If you come around, you come around, you come around, I let you know. When you were down, when you were down, when you were down, I made you whole.
I don't know if there's other ones that have stuff like that, but that's definitely the only airport that I've seen that is like that. And it obviously makes sense with the snowfall and stuff you guys get, but I kind of think that there'd be other ones in that area that would be like that as well, but I haven't flown to a lot of places over there, but that's definitely one that is unique. It's pretty cool.
Is this love I see?
And yeah, I'm definitely something there. I'm just staying busy. It's a good thing, you know. I definitely enjoy it. Pretty rare, because I truly do enjoy doing this work. Every now and then, I'll start to get the sense of some burnout if I just do big jobs like this one. It's not huge, but just so much time on pressing leaves it so repetitive. It's hard to say I love doing 100 of these, but doing the larger jobs is what kind of drains me a bit more. I like doing, for me, anyways, I enjoy doing more of many of the smaller jobs, just because of kind of uniqueness and variability of change and stuff. So, but overall, you know, I'm definitely very appreciative and grateful of all the work that's sent my way. No, I don't think I asked anything about your printer. Oh, that's funny. As far as the not flying and stuff. And I've actually done work now at the LAX airport 4 or 5 times. And probably been there 6 to 8 times over the last 3 to 5 years. Pretty much go, I guess kind of on average, like once a year at this point. I get to go there and to Miami. It's been 2 of our primary locations for the last year, or few years rather. But we usually go once a year. So I'll say, I think you're probably familiar enough and maybe recognize these are my 15 by 25 towels. They obviously do not come grommeted, or I don't order them that way. I really don't get a ton of requests to have them grommeted, but some people that do like golf towels, which that's what these are for, they're going to be for a golf event. I don't know if it's a fundraiser, a tournament, or what, but these I've been doing for this particular client last 3 or 4 years, I think. And usually it's 100 plus towels that I get to do these grommets in. Gotcha. Yeah, on the gift basket, that's a great idea. I tell you, in terms of like just general apparel stuff, it's that with gear, and I don't even try anymore. People do shirts, for example, like so cheap that it's not worth it for me to even try to compete with them. I mean, you're just not making any money on doing it, and so I don't even bother. And so I really, even for my local area, I've gotten to where I focus more on the small business side of things and helping people do promotional type stuff. So whether I'm doing like their stickers and just smaller things that they're able to kind of give out, and then I do those kind of in more of a bulk quantity type stuff for them, just because they're usually wanting 100, 200, whatever, depending on the event. Even some of the other market vendors, for example, with my role, unfortunately, I'm able to do a bunch of like stickers for them. I picked up relatively recently. There was a client a year ago. I'm blanking now on what she was doing, but she's had a couple of different. She was doing homemade like push-ups, and I'm not sure if she's still gonna do that this summer, but she started doing these like pop-up drink table events, and so I've been printing a bunch of stickers for them to like label the cups and stuff, and they're just like literally disposable cups, but they do it, they brand them, and so I try to focus more on that sort of stuff than I do the apparel, because like you mentioned, there's so many people doing it that I try to find some way to differentiate and just offer something different and just kind of target a different audience. But the baskets is a great thing, like for realtors, for example. Donating towels to the basketball team. Yeah. That'd be cool on the towels. I'm trying to think of who it was that I made some for recently. Yeah, I definitely think, I think it's a combination right now too, in terms of number of people that are, have kind of gotten into decoration, whether it's sublimation, whether it's DTF, just more people with access to, just because the cost of entry is lower. It's gotten lower and lower over the years, I think. And that kind of invites more people to get into it, and in doing so, it just makes for more competition, which then a lot of times lowers the profitability. So I get it for sure. One of the things that, other than the business side of things that I try to promote a lot, at least in the local area, is a lot of like really, really personalized stuff. you know, rather than trying to do any of the generic like welcome, you know, or generic like even on the holidays, like I don't really do too much generic like Easter, Christmas, 4th of July type stuff. I literally try to do everything personalized and custom. Again, that way it's not just a generic mass-produced type thing where they can go to, you know, a Hobby Lobby or some other store and be able to buy kind of the same thing. So I try to make sure that I kind of, I guess, you know, think of it to me almost more like art, I guess, in a sense, and kind of curate the products that I offer and pick out specific stuff that I feel like they can't get anywhere else. Because to me, like, you know, almost like just, you know, to some degree, like artwork, if it's, you know, almost like a one-of-one or a limited run type thing, then the value of it can be higher, as opposed to something that's, you know, mass-produced that you could just get anywhere. You know, I think in my mind, like the value of that stuff is decreased because there's just more competition. Yeah, I bet it is. And at least what's nice to me on the sublimation, at least, side of things, you know, it's relatively easy to do one-off individual items, you know, to print on demand, you know, change the name, personalize it, family name, first name, whatever. You know, I definitely like and use DTF, but it's harder to do on that. I mean, I don't have a DTF printer myself, so I outsource transfers. And they're easy, relatively easy to get. You know, I get them pretty quick, but it's harder to do. You know, like I do gang sheets and stuff like that on there when I order them. And so, you know, if I have one person order, that's difficult to accommodate and still make money on. So even like on the apparel decoration side, I pretty much don't, like I mentioned earlier, like I don't really go after any of that stuff anymore from like an individual. Selling to individual. Really the only time I do any apparel stuff anymore is kind of same thing in terms of like for small businesses. So like I've got a couple that they'll order 2 or 3 dozen shirts at a time. You know, it's kind of on the small side, and then I've got a couple that will, you know, they may order 100 to 120 shirts. You know, it just varies by business size, that sort of thing, but those are pretty much the only, for the most part, the only apparel stuff that I do anymore. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it's funny you say that in terms of the bag tags. Relatively recently, I had a client, I've had a few, and kind of gotten into this golf resellers area of different people that are selling golf equipment. And what I ended up doing for a fair number of them was they were looking for bag tags, but then they also refer to them for golf. The actual ornament itself can basically be like, it's close to the size of the golf hole itself. And so from a practice standpoint, they can just throw it down pretty much anywhere. Whether they take it with them to the course and like on a putting green type thing, or if they just do it, at home and use that disc, kind of as a mock hole, if you will, and they call it like a putting disc, and then they'll just putt the ball to that thing without actually having to have a physical hole. Basically able to repurpose Christmas ornaments, to do that is, effectively it's like a bag tag, if you will. I don't recall who was, probably 2 months ago or so, I was doing kind of one of these, and mentioned the golf stuff, and so I don't think it was you that was on there, but I don't remember now. But effectively that stuff come to me. There was a guy I printed some sponsorship type yard signs for. I think it was like 5-ish years ago, and basically he had set up and was I guess heading up this like golf tournament in his area. This was in Texas, and I'd made, like I said, the signs, and then back in, I think it was October, he decided that he was going to start selling golf equipment, and so I don't know where he's picking it up from, where he's not golf shop, he's doing it out of his home, finding good deals on different things and then reselling all sorts of, not just like clubs, but accessories, golf towels, his own merchandise type stuff, but then just there's a whole lot of different things golf related, and he was doing that on Whatnot, and so that's an app and platform that's live selling, and I basically launched his channel and stuff over there. And then he'd had me do stickers for his show, and then, on the app itself, it's like your personal QVC, where you can run your own shows and sell your own stuff that, kind of retail, whatever. And other sellers will sometimes join in shows, and they buy stuff from each other. It's actually a pretty neat community, and I've actually gained a fair amount of work from other sellers on that app, kind of wanting stickers and stuff for themselves, for their own shows.
We were sparks on quiet streets, two hearts finding where to meet, but life pulled us apart, left me talking to
But in doing that, I found myself
if I called you tonight, would it
on the
feel
app a bunch,
same?
because I'm trying to support the sellers, and I'll get in their chats and shows and listen to, read through their comments and kind of see what the buyers in those shows are looking for, and they're getting involved kind of in that community a bit as well. Oh, that's awesome. That's a nice little upgrade. Promotion. Principal of elementary school. Congratulations.
Funny how we talk like we're fine, but your name still lives in my rhyme. Take me back to the start, before the quiet and the scars. Take me back to the start, before the quiet and the scars. When the world felt small and your hands felt
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm pretty sure you told me that in terms of the PTO. I've done them for quite a few different schools. Not a lot, but we've definitely done quite a few fundraiser type stuff. What's kind of funny now that I think about it and saying that is I don't think I've made any stickers for any of my own local area schools for any sort of like fundraiser by any means. I don't think. This was like, grab some of these. These are I know that camera's kind of funny sometimes on how it focuses, so I don't know how well you'll be able to see those, and there's a delay on the live, but a little tractor. So this is one of the guys on that app. It's called Farm Guy. It's Farm Guy Golf, and so that's one of his. It's a holograph. All three of these are actually holographic. So that was one. This one, and I know if I like put it up super close, it's definitely not going to focus. So I'm trying to hold it back on purpose a little bit, so I know it's going to be probably a little bit smaller, but. This one's a 19th hole, and then this is another one for a different seller. So, but yeah, those are some of the ones I've got the extras of. Yeah, that the holographic, I don't know how well it showed up in the camera there, but holographic stuff has been really, really popular with those guys. Yeah, I've done the standard ones too. I've got like one here. Oh, there's another one. Another Surf Shack one, that's just like on regular white vinyl though. And then this one for a guy named Jet Golf. The Jet Golf guy, I think he's close to Nashville, if I'm not mistaken. These are a couple other ones. I've got so many different ones around here. I'm doing them now. But yeah, these last like 4 of them I think I'm pulling up and showing now have all been just on the white, like regular white glossy vinyl. But a lot of the sellers, like once they have me make like a set of the holographic ones, they almost like don't want to go back to the regular ones after that. Yeah, absolutely. And what's neat, like on the holographic, they have a couple different types of holographic film, like with a sparkle pattern in it as well on some of it. And there's, can't think of all the names off the top of my head, but there's like 4 or 5 that I think I've seen. But to be honest, like even just a regular holographic, I get so even, I mean, these guys have been enjoying it, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot of material that I'm using on their stickers. And so I don't really use enough of it or have enough of a demand to like really order all these other vinyl pattern types, I guess, because their holographic stuff is pretty expensive. I mean, like that, the regular roll that I just showed, like that stuff. I mean, it's a big roll. It comes in like a 50-yard roll, but it's like, last time I priced it, I think it was like $320 for that roll. And then I'm still literally using the same rolls that I've had for probably a year and a half now. Like I said, and it's mainly just because I don't have a demand, like, to print a whole bunch of stuff on it.
looking for? Was you playing your games? Was you really bored? No. I really should've known. We were dating right till we hit a red light. Then I see the signs. Oh, after all that time, this is it for us. You don't wanna try. Thought your love was real, but it's not for us. No, you can't decide.
That was it. I mean, if you've got the demand for it, you can sell it. That's awesome. I just don't, and I hate to invest $300+ on a roll that's just going to sit in the corner, you know, for minimal use. One of the things I think I've noticed, because like I said, I've got the volume on my phone here. It's on a really low volume, but I can hear it just enough. One thing I need to do, like on the music here, is go back through and try to make sure I pick more instrumental type stuff, because I can kind of hear their vocals on song stuff while I'm talking, and I definitely can get where I can make it difficult to hear and discern.
You can take control. You can turn this all to something beautiful where you feel life gets you down, 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 gets you down, down, down. Say louder, say louder. Oh, feel the moment, feel the power. Oh, bring the animal back to life. Oh, bring the energy one more time.
Living in her school. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. That's pretty cool. You've been doing concession stuff for a long time.
Say it louder, say it louder. Oh, you're the question, you're the answer. Oh, bring the animal back to life. Oh, bring the energy one more time. Oh, if you feel like letting go, you can take control.
All right, these on the table. 6 more packs up there. This will get me to 96. So that's how many comes in a case of these 15 by 25 towels. It's 96 of them in the case. So I think I'll just finish out a case tonight, and I'll probably do the rest of them in the morning, because Central Time, 10:30 here. I'll try not to pull an all-nighter doing these, because they're going to ship out UPS and they won't pick up until Monday anyway. Okay. Yeah, I'll go turn it back down some more here in just a minute too. That way, like I said, I can kind of document and figure out what the right level is for it. Do that while I'm thinking about it.
Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you
Don't look at the past, no, we're not going that way. Oh, now make it last, make it last to the break of day. No matter what people say, live life in a fast lane. Double shot for the gifted, triple shot for the pain.
Alright, hopefully that's better. I'm making small improvements maybe. He said, new superintendent.
This is the time of your life.
Oh my goodness, 16 years and you've been doing concessions. Wow, that's crazy. Let me know how that is in terms of the adjustment there. I almost feel like I may have turned that down too much, but you tell me, you tell me. Still obviously want to have it kind of in the background because there's not a ton of talking that I'm doing.
Spending the night in Dixon, 60-odd miles from a plan.
High school project.
Too late to learn to listen.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll make sure that
Too late to be
whenever I finish up and go back in there that I jot down what the current settings are. Because it's funny, it seems to be different from here, streaming here on YouTube versus streaming on Facebook. And I've tried to stream a little bit on TikTok also. I think I did three or four lives on TikTok as well. Trying to share a little bit on, spread the lives around to the different platforms. Got to keep up the community engagement. Trying to.
carried it all.
Yeah, it's funny on the music thing though, because I think the first live or two that I did over here, I had like actually just pulled up my iTunes account, which I have a paid iTunes subscription, and had some music playing from that, from a playlist, and you know, just general commercial music type stuff, and videos both here and on Facebook both got flagged for copyright reasons, and they completely muted the videos. So I looked into it a bit, and you know, obviously I'm not trying to do anything where I'm promoting, like I'm not doing this by any means to make money off the music, and I don't feel like it's by any way, it's not because the music that's bringing viewers in. You know, just trying to have something in the background, like I said, to fill the dead air, and but they completely muted those streams, and I even tried to initially find some like royalty-free music that I got from other platforms, and those got muted as well. And so now I literally am only using the music so like on YouTube they have their own YouTube sounds collection, and so I tried to go through, and it's terrible. There's no way to like pick like a genre. It's like a big list of songs, then you have to use some filters to like pick through and get different stuff. And so but it's completely different than obviously using any sort of like, whether it's Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, like any of those platforms where you can go in and pick, you know, a general genre and then like artists and all that sort of stuff. Like this, it's like a list of, you know, 300 pages of songs. And there are some filters by genre, there's some filters by tempo, and then like duration of songs, for example. But other than that, that's kind of like all of the filters there are. Do these right. But like here on YouTube, you have to use their sound collection, and then on Facebook, you have to use their sound collection. And so I've tried to start trying to build out this own kind of playlist, if you will, or starred, favorited songs, at least add something in. So that's fun. Not gotten into TikTok. Yeah, and I'm much more of a consumer. The doom scrolling, as they call it, on TikTok. And it ends up being a time suck. Which I find some good stuff on there. It's not that I don't, but I definitely don't contribute or post very much on TikTok and other platforms. Not because I don't like it or that I'm against or anything. It's just literally a time. I'm the one-man show, and try to do all the things, but can't. So do my best. Oh yeah, absolutely. And that was the thing, Don. Like, I looked into the music stuff, and like, even, I mean, I understood obviously that the first time when I was using the regular commercial music stuff, like I got that wouldn't work. But then after that, I like went to both iTunes once and then on to YouTube once, and literally searched like royalty free music and found playlists that were listed as royalty free, and then I used those, and then those videos still got muted. And so I was like, all right, well, I'm finally just going to your own native collection. Oh yeah, and they were actually doing that for a long time in terms of like number of days and how often they were hopping on there and doing that. And I think you're right, like I don't think I ever got notifications necessarily of it, but within the app, like you almost have to kind of, just like anything else, I guess you got to kind of learn the platform. And you'd have to like go into the live section, or I think it's the friends section, and then they would pop up there. But if you're just like on your basic For You page that loads by default, it wouldn't show up in there. And I don't think I ever got any notifications either, even though I am friends with both of them on TikTok. Nope, sadly not. Sore subject. Not really, but no. And I've told multiple people it's a time and money problem. So when I have the time, I don't have the money. When I have the money, I don't have the time.
intentions only got in the way. And I almost never know what I should say. Maybe nothing, nowhere, ever was that okay.
That's terrible in terms of the notifications. I've seen that on something else recently too, where I haven't, like, the notifications come in much later. I don't think it's TikTok, but
With only hearts. You cannot reap what you never did sow. You cannot learn what you never won't know. In this house of cards. With only hearts.
But one thing I just thought about, Dawn, with the school stuff. Did you see the linen pencil bags that I started carrying? I guess those and kind of the handbags, but primarily I guess for the school application, the pencil bags would be, I don't know, not super cheap, but not from like a giveaway perspective, but at least something to offer and do for kids. Yep.
I hear you talking at work to the boys in the gym, talking at the bar till I walk
So
in.
these guys.
Baby, why won't you talk to me? Can't get your tongue when
I
we're
dig these out.
talking about what I need. Say what you will
Yeah.
at the heart.
Did not see them up here. So I grabbed two of them here that I had. I had these from when I did the product photos. So I'm pretty sure, you know, like, I needed the blanks. I don't have any sort of minimum quantities, but the pencil ones come in a 2-pack technically. But if you just order 1 or 3 or whatever, I just take them out. And but these are nice little pencil pouches, if you will. Zip obviously, and then those are the same linen. That's the pillows, placemats, all the different linen stuff that I've got, same linen. And then, so these are the kind of pencil size ones, and these are like a little handbag type size. And I have the little, obviously, carrying strap there that hooks in right there. So, yeah. Those are both available now. And I want to say those were announced maybe 3-ish weeks ago. I can't remember. It hasn't been long. think they might, let's see, I think they're 8 inches, and maybe 9. Let's see. 9.5. They're 9.5, so I don't know, like, if you could technically punch them or not. I guess you should be able to. I'll have a sheet of paper. Actually, this is a 8.5 by 11 sticker sheet to just kind of gauge like where the hole, like the hole punch type things would be. That would probably work out if you wanted to like punch the holes there, like actually in the thing. I'm assuming that's what you're asking. I think that would work out.
Working hard, making less. Some days are bad, bad at best. Foolish notions, foolish lies.
No, they're tearing some for sure. Unfortunately, it's not terrible. But yeah, definitely, I've opened a lot of them. You're not wrong there. Okay, interesting. I don't know that I'd ever heard of any school requiring something like that before.
You came along and lifted me up. The going got tough, but the tough got some love. Foolish notions, foolish lies. Foolish notions that made me wanna cry. Foolish notions, foolish lies. Foolish notions, well I said goodbye.
Closing in on 100. So after these two on the table, we got 18 left up there, and then I'm gonna call it a night.
Rolling thunder, calling down my name. Why don't you hear me wonder? Oh, midnight highway, shining just like sin. Why don't you hear me wonder?
Oh yeah, absolutely. sure the grandkids would love them. I don't even know if my kids know that I have them. Probably shouldn't tell them, then I'd have to make some. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it, Dawn. Thanks for hanging out and yeah, help me pass the time of getting these done. Appreciate you being here, and hope you have a good weekend as well. Happy Mother's Day, early.
I've been gone so long, freedom calling.
Just now thought about this. If anybody's joined in, feel free to say hi. Just pressing towels. I'm basically going to do this 6-pack and those two. So just press these 16 left that I'm going to do this evening. I have no idea how long this has been running. Probably for a while. But just working through, pressing the grommets in. Got an order for these. And obviously press them to order. I have plenty of the blanks themselves in stock, but I don't have a huge number of requests for the ones with the grommets. And so I just added as an additional option, and when I get the orders in with them, I press them myself. I am a bit OCD about the placement of the grommets, which is why I mark them. Pretty much put them right here in the same general corner area. Obviously just do it to the eyeball, but I know if I didn't do this, that they'd be all over the place. And so it at least tries to make them quite a bit more uniform. Need this guy. I did drop in the link there in the comments directly to my site where these towels are. I have these particular towels in two sizes. These are the 15 by 25s, and then I also have them in an 11 by 18. And then there's also the option for the actual hooks themselves as well within the listing. So they can actually hang on the bag, hang on a fence, whatever. And some chat notifications. Give me just a second. Sounded to me like my music may have stopped. So that's actually playing off of my computer. It's in a different room. So I'm wondering if it reached the end of that list. But I was hearing it on the live earlier, just barely. And I'm not hearing it now. I thought it would loop back through, but maybe not. Yeah. I only have a handful more to do, but let me go ahead and check that real quick. easy enough problem to fix there. Rather than it being silent dead air with me just sitting here punching these things. I haven't seen any new comments, but and I can't tell who's obviously here, but if you are, feel free to say hi. If you have any questions, let me know. Happy to answer.
Hands up for tonight again. Even in another lifetime, baby. And let's do tonight again. Even in another lifetime, find me then. And let's do tonight.
Tell you when I'm aligning the towel here under the die, I got to go back and forth a little bit. Sometimes I do like this, which is tough on the back, and then other times I'll do this, which is tough on the knees. So try to alternate a little bit. Either way, it's not great, especially when you're doing so many of them. Just a little bit. I didn't punch every bit of this fabric out. There's a bit still within that inside of the grommet, but it come out of there pretty easily. I turned it over. Nice thing is, if you notice, these are, I think they're called self-punching or self-cutting dies. So whether I'm doing these towels or like if I'm making banners, the grommets themselves punch the hole through the material. So I think on some grommets that's a whole separate process, like you have to punch a hole in the material first and then do the grommet, but with these, it's just one step. Last pack of the night, not the last pack of the order. So this will get me to 96 towels pressed of 132. Then we'll have 36 to do tomorrow. 2. And then there were 2.
18 in the summer, man, it feels like yesterday. When she was looking out that window on the bus to 2nd grade. The first step she'd ever take, the first cut from a heartbreak. Been through it all, but now it's time to go our separate ways. There's a first for everything, like her hand holding mine. Now I'm left here with the pain from her I love you goodbye. And though it hurts to watch my whole world become the woman she would be,
Alright, that gets us to 96
God would set her free.
for tonight.
I taught her how to leave.
Do the other 36 tomorrow. And this order will ship out on Monday.
There's a first for everything, like her hand holding mine. Now I'm left here with the pain from her I love you goodbye. And though it hurts to watch my baby girl become the woman she would be, the thing that I forgot would set her free. I taught her how to leave.
Leave it there. That. That out there. Alright, well, I appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna head back over to the computer and end this live. If you had joined in, I greatly appreciate you stopping by and hanging out while I press those towels. Hope you have a good evening and an excellent, great weekend. For all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day.